Well, guys, welcome to Downtown Raymond. You're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Wednesday, October 21st, 2020, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Disney has announced a significant restructuring of its media and entertainment business, boldly placing most of its growth ambitions and investments into its recently launched streaming service, Disney Plus. The 97-year-old media conglomerate is now more like Netflix than ever before. What that means is that Disney will be reducing its focus from and potentially the investment routed to theme parks, cruises, cinema releases, and cable TV. As CEO Bob Chapek said, given the incredible success of Disney Plus and our plans to accelerate our direct-to-consumer business, we're strategically positioning our company to more effectively support our growth strategy and increase shareholder values. This change has not come easily, as the company's fortunes have gone through a roller coaster ride in 2020. Among its portfolio of businesses, Disney Plus is the only clear winner, with the service gaining over 60.5 million members in just 10 months since launch. The COVID-19 pandemic, on the other hand, crushed Disney cruise, theme park, cable TV, live sports, cinema, and retail businesses, resulting in losses of over $4.7 billion in the financial quarter ending June 27th. Disney's strategic pivot also comes about as activist investor Daniel Loeb called on the company to reinvest its planned dividend payments back into its streaming service. He did so because it's likely to produce a higher return for shareholders than just returning cash to them. The stock market appreciated this change in strategies and resource allocations, causing the Disney stock to jump up by 6% upon the announcement. From a corporate strategy perspective, the move is remarkable on two fronts. First, the sheer velocity of this pivot for a company the size and age of Disney is, for a lack of a better word, unprecedented. Let's not forget that it was just last year that Disney held near 40% revenue shares of the U.S. box office, thanks to Marvel films becoming a cultural phenomenon in the past decade. The company's theme park and cruise line businesses was equally successful, with the year-on-year growth rate at a respectable 6% and revenues of $26.2 billion in the same period. These are significant enterprises by any measures, with Disney enjoying deep competitive advantages in each of the sectors it participates in. In fact, before this announcement, most stock markets and analysts had made peace with the fact that Disney was likely to hunker down and wait for the pandemic to pass instead of changing gears. After all, why should the company leave money on the table if the pandemic is going to be over soon? The fact that in just 7 months of the pandemic breaking out, Disney decided to reinvent itself primarily around streaming speaking volumes and its expectations regarding the pandemic length. Clearly, the group decided to wait, but it was no longer an option. Shawn Mendes is giving a glimpse of his Netflix documentary, Shawn Mendes in Wonder. The 22-year-old singer-songwriter shared a trailer for the film Tuesday on Instagram. In the preview, Mendes reflected on his process and his love of music. Mendes says, while reading a journal, I sing with no tension, my voice is strong and healthy. I went through a big phase where I used to just write this over and over again. He adds, you first get on the stage, and ego comes rushing in, and it goes, don't mess it up. And about 30 seconds in, you go, oh yeah, I'm just a guy and I love music, time to surrender. In Wonder explores Mendes' rise to fame, the ups and downs of his 2019 world tour, and the making of his new album, Wonder. In the trailer, Mendes says the film shows he's just a normal human. He says this isn't a story about a famous musician, this is a story about a guy growing up. The trailer also features a glimpse of Mendes' girlfriend, singer Camila Cabello. In Wonder is directed by Grant Singer and features Mendes, Andrew Gertler, and Ben Winston as executive producers. Netflix also released the first look photos for the film on Twitter. Netflix released a poster for In Wonder earlier this month. In Wonder premieres November 23rd on Netflix. Mendes will release Wonder, his fourth studio album, on December 4th. Crazy Rich Asians and In the Heights filmmaker Jon M has announced he is working with Disney Plus on a Willow follow-up series. Chu tweeted Tuesday, "I've been hiding this for a while, but now is this real life? Do I really get to work with this team on this story? I mean, I literally named my daughter Willow, literally," along with the link to a news story saying he has signed on to direct the pilot for the fantasy adventure as well as executive produce the show. Ron Howard, who directed the original 1988 Willow film, wrote on his own Twitter post, "Speaking for Team #Willow, we are beyond thrilled. At Jon M. Your vision for what this will be is exciting and cool. Can't wait." Howard is executive producing the new project with Jonathan Kasdan and Wendy Mercy as the showrunners. Production is slated to begin next year. The movie star Warwick Davis, who is also known for his roles in the Star Wars and Harry Potter franchise, is returning as the titular wizard. The original cast also included former couple Val Kilmer and Joanne Whaley. It is unclear if either will return for the sequel. Their daughter, Mercedes Kilmer, told UPI in July she was not at liberty to discuss whether she or anyone from her family will be in the new Willow series. She said, "That's very exciting. I love Willow. That's why I exist," referencing to how her now divorced parents met and fell in love on the set of the original film. Jake Gyllenhaal is set to star in Denis Villeneuve's and on board to direct a new crime drama called The Son, HBO said Tuesday. Ray Donovan and Good Behavior scribe Lenore Zion is to serve as a showrunner on the limited series based on the Joe Nesbo's novel about Oslo's brutal bureaucracy of corruption, the press release says. Francesca Orsi, the executive vice president of HBO programming, said in a statement, "Dennis is a master of weaving visually exquisite and unique narratives. Jake is a gifted actor and producer whose work often transverses provocative and compelling terrain, and of course he and Dennis have collaborated brilliantly in the past." Gyllenhaal is best known for his roles in Spider-Man Far From Home, Ojaka, The Good Girl, Brokeback Mountain, and Nightcrawler. He was nominated for a Tony Award last week for his performance in the play Seawall Alive. Villeneuve's credits include Prisoners, Sicario, Arrival, Blade Runner 2049, and the upcoming Dune remake. The teen drama Euphoria will return to HBO with 2 special episodes. The network said in a press release Monday that it will air the first of 2 new episodes December 6th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The first episode, titled Trouble Don't Last Always, follows Rue, played by Zendaya, as she celebrates Christmas. The episode is set in the wake of the season 1 finale, which saw Rue being lifted by Jules, played by Hunter Schafer, at the train station and relapsing. The new episode is written and directed by series creator Sam Levinson and features Coleman Domingo, who will play Ali in season 1. HBO has yet to share details about the second episode. Zendaya confirmed the news Monday on Instagram. The actress wrote, "We really missed them. 2 special Euphoria episodes is coming. First one, December 6th on HBO. Euphoria premiered in June 2019 and was renewed for a second season the next month. On Jimmy Kimmel Live in August, Zendaya teased a bridge episode due to COVID-19 production delays on season 2. She said, "I don't really know how to describe it, but an episode that we can do with a limited amount of people in a safer environment, so we have something to live on until we're able to go through season 2. Pedro Pascal's bounty hunter seeks out help from his former allies in the latest trailer for Season 2 of Star Wars series The Mandalorian. The Mandalorian, played by Pascal, reunites with Clara Dune, played by Gina Carano, and Grief Karga, played by Carl Weathers, for Season 1, as he needs assistance in bringing the Chow, also known as Baby Yoda, back to its kind. Kara fights off stormtroopers while being chased inside a desolated canyon before the trio enter into a base with guns drawn. The Mandalorian is also searching for fellow Mandalorians as they can help guide him on a new journey. The Mandalorian Season 2 will premiere October 30th on Disney+. Jon Favreau, David Fellini, Bryce Dallas Howard, Rick Famuyiwa, Weathers, Peyton Reed, and Roberto Rodriguez are serving as directors for the second season. Dominic West is in talks to join The Crown. Deadline reported Tuesday that West will play Prince Charles in season 5 and 6 of the Netflix series. Variety confirmed West is in the late stage discussions for the role. West would join Elizabeth Debicki, who will play Princess Diana, Imelda Staunton, who will play Queen Elizabeth II, and Jonathan Pryce, who will play Prince Philip in seasons 5 and 6. The Crown follows the reign of British monarch Queen Elizabeth II through the decades. Josh O'Connor played Charles in season 3 and will reprise the role in season 4. Season 4 also features Olivia Colman as the Queen, Tobias Menzies as Philip, Emma Corrin as Diana, and Gillian Anderson as Margaret Thatcher. Menzies said in an interview with Deadline in June that Charles and Diana will be a big part of season 4. He said, in a way, the kids start to come out to the foreground. Charles comes into the foreground. Diana is a big part of season 4. Thatcher, obviously, which is quite interesting, given that she is the most divisive political figure that the show has had to represent thus far. Netflix released a trailer for season 4 last week, centering on Charles and Diana. The season will premiere November 15th. The Crown is confirmed to end with the 6th season on Netflix. West is known for playing Jimmy McNulty on The Wire and Noah Soloway on The Affair. The actor, who's married to Catherine Fitzgerald, made headlines this month after he was spotted getting close to actress Lily James. Hilary Swank's series Away won't return for a second season. Variety reported Monday that Netflix canceled the space drama after one season. Co-starring Josh Charles, Vivian Wu, Mark Ivanar, Atu Estedo, Ray Panthanki, and Talitha Bateman, Away premiered September 4th. The series follows Emma Green, played by Swank, an astronaut, and her crew on a year-long mission to Mars. Andrew Hindraker created the series and served as an executive producer with Swank, showrunner Jessica Goldberg, Jason Katims, Mac Reeves, Edward Siwick, Adam Kassan, and Jenny Mullen. Deadline said Netflix analyzed viewership versus cost when renewing or canceling shows. Away spent several weeks in the top 10 Nielsen streaming viewership rankings after its release. Netflix has canceled several other series after one seasons this year, including The Dark Age, Crystal Resistance, Soundtrack, and Messiah. It's also rescinded season 2 renewals for I Am Not Okay with This and The Society due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The stars of Everybody Loves Raymond are looking back on the show ahead of their reunion this week. Cast members Ray Romano, Patricia Heaton, and Brad Garrett discussed the series during Tuesday's episode of Today. Everybody Loves Raymond had a 9-season run on CBS from 1996 to 2005. The show centers on Ray, a sports writer living with his family in Long Island. Romano, Heaton, Garrett, Monica Horan, and series creator Phil Rosenthal will reunite Friday for a table read for charity. The event is part of the International Melanoma Foundation's annual comedy celebration. On Today, Garrett said revisiting the scripts for the reunion reminded him how amazing the writing was for the show. The actor says, "That's what really has always stood out. We were very lucky to get a cast like this. We had a chemistry early on that you can't predict and you can't plan. But it was really how all the writing just stood out." Romano agreed that staying reviewing the script allowed him to see the show like a viewer. He said, "I appreciate it so much more now, looking back at the scripts now, because I've forgotten what it's like. I'm reading it on the page, and I'm like, man, this is good." Romano credits Everybody Loves Raymond's casting was a big part of the show's success. He said 200 actresses read for the role of Deborah before Heaton auditioned. Garrett added, "She was the anchor in my opinion. It was so easy to fall into this woe is me victimhood, and she played this strong woman who couldn't take any crap." Everybody Loves Raymond co-starred Dolores Roberts and Peter Boyle, who died in 2016 and 2006, respectively. Romano says Roberts and Boyle's death makes a reboot or revival unlikely. He says, "We've kind of agreed that that probably will never happen. Not probably, it won't happen with us. We're missing Peter, we're missing Doris, we're missing the crux of the show. This is kind of as close as get us to perform again, the show. The Everybody Loves Raymond reunion will air Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the IMF website, YouTube channel, and Facebook page. Sacha Baron Cohen appeared as Borat on Jimmy Kimmel Live and tried his best to combat COVID-19 virus while on the late night show. Borat on Monday arrived onto the scene spraying an unknown liquid from a canister. Borat sprayed down Kimmel's partner Guillermo and used a magnifying glass to spot the virus in order to attack it with a frying pan. The fictional journalist, who was on hand to promote the new Borat sequel coming to Amazon Prime Video, stated that Kimmel must undergo a play questionnaire followed by a physical examination. Borat asked Kimmel, responding no. As a member of Hollywood's elite, have you recently drunk any unpasteurized children's blood? Borat attempted to take Kimmel's temperature from a distance using a thermometer attached to a stick and was joined by his daughter Tutudar, portrayed by actress Ariana Novak. Tutudar, who stole a photo from the halls of Jimmy Kimmel Live, demanded to have Kimmel's pants, which Borat helped her obtain. Kimmel hid behind his chair in his underwear as the interview came to a close before he could properly ask Borat a question. Borat's subsequent movie film delivered a prestigious bribe to make American regime to make benefit once glorious nation of Kazakhstan is coming to Amazon Prime Video on Friday. The sequel to 2006 Borat film will feature Cohen dressed up as Donald Trump and interviewing and interrupting a speech being made by Vice President Mike Pence. Keke Palmer has been tapped to host the Nickelodeon election special titled Nick News, Kids Prick the President on October 27, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The hour-long special will provide young viewers with an overview of the basics of voting and give kids a platform to voice their concerns surrounding the 2020 presidential election, including the COVID-19 pandemic, racial inequality, and the environment. Youth activist Zoe Jenkins, who founded the DEI initiative at her high school in Lexington, Kentucky, and Mary Company, who continues to raise awareness about the water crisis in Flint, Michigan, will also make appearances on the program, along with child, adolescent, and family psychologist Dr. Jen Harstein. Nickelodeon is additionally launching on Tuesday a Kids Vote poll at kidspickthepresident.com to allow kids to choose who they want to be president. The results will be announced during Nick News, Kids Pick the President. The vote is an informal, non-scientific poll that is meant for entertainment purposes. Kids who participate in the poll can download an I Vote sticker. Palmer said in a statement, voting in my first election when I was 18 was extremely important to me, and now more than ever. It's crucial that this next generation of kids grow up with an understanding of our political system and how they can be agents of change. To continue, I'm so proud to be part of the Nickelodeon family and this special, which will teach kids about the election and empower them to stand up for what they believe in. Nick News, Kids Pick the President will simulcast across Nickelodeon, Teen Nick, and Nicktoons. The program will also be available on the Nickelodeon YouTube channel, Nick on Demand, and the Nick app following its premiere. Conservative talk show radio host Rush Limbaugh says his lung cancer has progressed to a terminal stage months after he first received his diagnosis. In a message posted to his website on Monday, Limbaugh said doctors have downgraded his diagnosis to stage 4. He wrote, and stage 4 is, as they say, terminal. So we have some recent progressions. It's not dramatic, but it is the wrong direction. The 69-year-old radio personality and listeners to the Rush Limbaugh show in February said that his diagnosis was confirmed and that he would begin treatment, causing him to miss some shows. He wrote on Monday, in a nutshell, there are a lot of ups and downs in this particular illness, and it can feel like a roller coaster at times that you can't get off of. Limbaugh's radio career began in the 70s, and he hosted his program in national syndication for 31 years. His radio contract was set to end later this year, but he renewed the syndication company Premier Radio Networks in January. A month after announcing his diagnosis, President Donald Trump awarded Limbaugh the Presidential Medal of Freedom during his State of the Union address in February. Considered a major conservative influence in the United States, Limbaugh is credited with inspiring a generation of followers and opening the media landscape to right-wing viewpoints. Critics have condemned what they consider to be hate speech and point to his radio show as a major contributor to today's polarized political climate. Gwen Stefani performed country versions of her hit songs from throughout her career in an appearance on The Tonight Show. Host Jimmy Kimmel introduced the skit on Monday in character as Buck Pinto, who was hosting a fake infomercial in an album titled Gwen's Gone Country. Stefani delivered country covers of her songs Don't Speak, Spiderwebs, and Holla Back Girls while wearing a red and white cowgirl outfit. The singer performed in front of green screens that featured country imagery and sang each song using a country accent. Stefani also discussed her boyfriend Blake Shelton with Fallon and how she finds the country star to be authentic. Stefani says, he's not a phony. That guy is Blake, no matter where you are. He says, I bring him to my parents' house. He's like him. Like, he doesn't care that it's my dad. Like, he's still Blake. He's so authentic, and that's what I love about him. Stefani and Shelton appear on NBC's The Voice Season 19 along with fellow judges Kelly Clarkson and John Legend. A Chinese delivery service says it has stopped transportation of all packages related to the K-pop band BTS is under fire for statements posted in the local social media platform. Hyundai Express Korea branch said on Weibo on Tuesday that all BTS courier deliveries have been temporarily suspended, adding, the reasons are what we all know, South Korean newspaper Hankuk Ilbo reported. Hyundai is China's fifth biggest delivery and shipping service and headquartered in Shandong, Qingdao province. Its annual revenue is $5.2 billion and operates profits are about $520 million. Hyundai's primary business is South Korea's logistics, according to reports. The company's statement has been met with outrage on the Chinese internet. Commenters on social media said that the statement was ridiculous. People asked rhetorically on what grounds Hyundai could search the contents of the package to check for BTS materials. One commenter says, if we use another courier service, that would be the end. Hyundai's decision comes after the South Korean boy band had said that they would remember the shared sacrifice of U.S. and South Korean troops after being presented with the James A. Van Fleet Award for the Korea Society in New York. Chinese state media claim BTS hurt the feelings of Chinese citizens by not mentioning Chinese sacrifices. As controversy grew over Hyundai's decision on Monday, China Customs Office said that the government had no issued orders to stop the transport of BTS-related packages. Shangfeng Express, China's biggest delivery service, said it is not placing any restrictions, according to Hankuk Ilbo. South Korean popular culture first made an impact abroad in China in the mid-90s, where the phrase Korea Wave was coined to describe the appeals of Korean dramas, music, and movies. Korean entertainment media is expanding with the rise of online streaming services to move its markets beyond Asia. Human Ibio reported Tuesday that the popularity of BTS and South Korean collaborations on Netflix have helped Korean content gain new market shares in the United States and elsewhere. On Sunday, Paola Coelho, the author of The Alchemist, praised the producers of the Korean drama My Mister, currently streaming on Netflix. On October 10th, Mad Men star January Jones posted to Instagram a picture of a coat she purchased after watching the Korean drama Crash Landing on You. Korean-themed content is becoming more prevalent on other platforms. South Korean actor Lee Min-ho is to star in an Apple TV adaptation of the best-selling novel Pachinko, according to the reports. British musician Spencer Davis has died at the age of 81. TMZ reported Tuesday that Davis died Monday at a California hospital. The Birmingham Mail said Davis died of a heart attack. Davis' agent Bob Burke told the BBC Davis had been treated in the hospital for pneumonia. Burke said of Davis, he was a good friend. He was a highly ethical, very talented, good-hearted, extremely intelligent, generous man. He will be missed. Davis co-founded the 1960s beat band, the Spencer Davis Group, which bore his name, but featured vocalist Steve Winwood. The group released its first #1 single, a cover of Keep On Running in 1965. Spencer Davis Group is also known for the songs Gimme Some Lovin' and I'm a Man. The group disbanded in 1969 but reunited and released 2 more albums in the 1970s. In more recent years, Davis performed as the Spencer Davis Group with the new lineup. He's survived by his longtime partner Jude and 3 children. And finally, Garth Brooks will preview his cover of Shallow during a virtual event this week. The 58-year-old singer said on Tuesday's episode of Good Morning America that he will play part of the song during a preview of his album Fun and Triple Live Deluxe on his website Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Brooks recorded Shallow with his wife, singer Trisha Yearwood. The couple first performed the song during Brooks' Facebook Live show in March. Brooks said Shallow was fun. We did it on a live by request show. Everything kind of lit up. We went ahead and, per the people, tried it for the new record. Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga recorded the original version of Shallow for the film A Star Is Born. Brooks said with a laugh, I've always thought Bradley Cooper and I had a lot in common. Now I know we do. We both understand that a great song is just finding a great female singer, and Gaga is one of the greatest. Miss Yearwood is one of the greatest, so it is officially going to be the single off the record coming up. Brooks confirmed his and Yearwood's version of Shallow will be the lead single for Fun. Fun and Triple Live Deluxe are both slated for release November 20th. On GMA, Brooks said that he hopes Fun will bring happiness to fans amidst the COVID-19 pandemic and other challenges. He said, the problem is, how do you have fun when the whole world is going through what they are going through? So we put this off and put this off, and you know what? I think it's time that we smile a little bit. It's probably the happiest record I've ever got to do. Fun is Brooks' first new album since Gunslinger was released in 2016. And as your entertainment report for Wednesday, October 21st, 2020, I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.